Hi guys, quick tip for your PO 140, 174, PO 171 BMW codes that lead to into an intake leak. I've looked at this job and had to do it, and I've just actually done it and took the intake off after I smoke tested it and isolated the leak to the vacuum lines. Well, I'm doing this not to tell you about taking off the intake, but I'm doing this to show you that you don't have to take the intake off. Your vacuum lines are accessible without taking the complete intake off of the car. If you take off, of course, your shell and take off your elbows, take off your throttle body, and I just took these off because I actually took the intake off. But unless these top pipe is bad and everything, you don't have to take that off. And you do have to take your vacuum pump. I forgot the name of that, but it is a vacuum pump. You do have to take this stuff off and be careful not to strip those T30 torque bolts. But once you get this all taken off, as you can see, here's one of your hoses, and the other hose to the brake boost connects onto this long pipe here and goes under the bottom. Well, you can reach that clip from here. Just thread your hand up under there. You can actually reach that. It's not super easy, but you can reach that and disconnect that, as well as the intake pipe on the bottom of the pipe of the intake. You can take that pipe off. You can get to this pipe at the bottom and disconnect it if this pipe is bad. It's easy to take the top hose off, and then your vacuum cylinder, which is down here, right here. The hose to that comes right on up and hits the back here. And the reason why I'm able to just reach around and touch those, including this vacuum hose right here in the back, is because I removed this. That is the little plastic wall that goes beside the brake booster and the brake fluid canister. If you'll loosen your stuff up after you take off all your elbows and your throttle body, if you move those lines out of the way, you can go ahead and snatch this out. It's not screwed in or anything. You can just move the little clip and pull that out, and you'll actually have enough room to get your hands and even maybe a tool. As you see, I got the camera over in here to actually get to all of your lines. That's what was bad on mine, this line right here. And I took the intake off to get to it, but I could have just as easily reached it had I taken off this wall. I hesitated. I didn't want to break anything. I hesitated because I hadn't took it off before. But once I got everything off, I went ahead and took it off. And this is the best way to go about it. So if you have a leak code on your intake, go ahead and take off your throttle body and take off your skirt, your intake, your air intake filter and all that crap, throttle body, elbows and stuff. And then go ahead and take off that brake well shield, and you'll be able to get in there and check your lines and everything without having to disconnect your fuel line, disconnect your injectors, and risk losing a pin and having to go get a whole set of pins just to connect your injectors back together. So this is my tip for the day. If you have that intake leak, go ahead and take everything off of the side and the wheel well and access all of your vacuum lines from there. And you can probably even close this off. Well, no, not even going to go there. I'll leave it there, and I'll talk to you again. Mr. Meadows, have a good day.